Sup guys, Phoenix here. As you can see today there's going to be a slightly different video because I'm going to talk about the Machine Cannon 108 30mm cannon, which you can find on some planes in the game. So the question is this cannon any good? Should you avoid it? Well, let me tell you. So first of all, let's say what this cannon is about more or less. So generally it's a gun that hits hard, but it's just as hard to actually hit your target. That's the problem. So while it's actually one of the best cannons in the popularity tier, if you ask me, the problem is getting used to it and actually being able to skillfully apply it. So first of all, let's talk about the pros. There are basically 4 points to mention here. So first, this cannon is very strong, and 2 free hits and sometimes even just 1 hit is enough to down an enemy plane, even if it's a bomber. And 2, as I just said, it's very good at killing bombers and large planes in general. So it lets you quickly come in, fire a few shots, of course if you are accurate enough, to hit the plane and immediately disappear. So you don't have to wait for the enemy bombers, gunners to have some fun with you. Third, this cannon has a fairly high rate of fire, at least for its caliber. And the last fourth, it's very suited for most planes that carry it in terms of playing style. So, for example, it's extremely well suited to BF-109 strengths that lie in energy fighting and vertical maneuvers. Now the issue is cons, and now you may doubt me and my earlier claims about it being a very good cannon because there's a whole 7 of them, unfortunately. So first, the low muzzle velocity, which means that you have to make a large lead and that your accuracy is going to suck, especially at some tricky angles like diagonal angles or horizontally. This also means that the reliable range of fire is pretty low. So I guess less than 500 meters is where you are going to be accurate, and your sweet spot is like 200-300 meters maybe. 2. This gun has a fairly heavy recoil. So while the recoil isn't really going to affect your plane all that much in the game, at least not in realistic battles, the issue is that the more you fire, the more inaccurate the cannon gets. So unless you want to pray and spray and use it like a shotgun, then you need some trigger discipline. 3. It's easy to confuse tracers with different cannons or machine guns if you have multiple types of guns on your plane. So for example, if I fly Dora or TA-152 in H version, I sometimes tend to confuse the tracers for my 20s with my 30, and this will make inaccuracy quite a frequent occurrence, so you may want to disable the 20s, for example. Next, the fourth issue is that the ammo count is relatively low. I mean, this is a subjective issue, I guess. If your accuracy is poor, then the ammo count is low. If your accuracy is great, then the ammo count is more than sufficient to carry the match. Next. The fifth issue is that this cannon is fairly unreliable at high speeds, as in it's very hard to hit the enemy, and supposedly, I haven't confirmed it myself, but supposedly sometimes it doesn't explode. So the glancing hits are going to be more frequent. And well, I can confirm that it's much harder to use this cannon against the jets, which I will show you in a moment. But I have also seen some guys use it on jets with great accuracy, but this was probably like hundreds of hours of gameplay that came into it. The second last point is that unfortunately this gun is completely useless against armor, so it's useless in ground battles. Unless you can find some trucks and open top vehicles, at which case you will decimate them very quickly, but otherwise it's garbage. And the last issue is that, as I said before, it's problematic for beginners, especially when you can't replace it with MG151 20mm cannon, which you can do on most BF109 versions. Alright, so now let's see some footage in several different planes, and I will talk a bit about how this cannon behaves on those planes in more detail. Alright, the first footage is G6 version of BF109. This guy there, I have to be careful now. I've picked this version because I think he can't pitch up, doesn't want to pitch up. Ooh, I didn't do this. Alright, now it's done. This is a good opportunity. The issue is actually capitalizing on it. Shit, I don't like this angle. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, see, I think I shot like, what, 3 rounds? And he just got hit by 1 and exploded. So, as I was saying, the planes I'm showing you are suited for this weapon. Well, it wasn't really visible in this case. Why the hell is my team dying like dogs? I have to go down and... Alright, let's see. These guys then should be able to kill one of them and go back up. So, all those planes are suited for this weapon. In case of BF109, it's suited because it's the best in vertical maneuvers and in energy fighting tactics. So basically, we want to make an enemy slow and then make use of it. Yeah, see, like this. It was pretty slow and it was an easy kill thanks to that. Also, because they are slow, it's much easier to actually hit them when you aim with this weapon. Alright, this guy is alone, away from the pack, and he's getting baited very nicely. Energy trap. Ooh, those guys killed my friend. I'm alone now. That's not too good. That's not too good. Those guys are coming in. I don't really like to do this, but may have to camp airfield. Alright, let's feint K61 being my target and go P63. I wonder if he knows I'm about to shoot at him or not. I think he does. Alright. Damn, that was close. Alright, gotcha. Yeah, so as you can see, it's quite tricky to actually hit enemies, but it's doable. So what I'm going to do now is maybe I'll try Chandel at K61 since P51 gave up. There are 4 enemies left, there are 3 of them behind me. Alright, Chandel it is. Let's try. Alright, Chandel. I need more or less like this angle. K61 is a dangerous enemy, so I may fail, but we'll see. Yeah, Chandel is just an energy trap, but instead of making maneuvers within several hundred meters, you have to do this within a few kilometers. Alright. I'll now try to energy trap him going up. I didn't pull it off the best I could. I'm afraid he might get me, but we'll see. Was I successful? Kind of. Alright, let's go down. Gotta hide those flaps before they rip. Come on, come on, come on, pull that. Sweet! Yeah, there was quite a bit of luck involved there, as you could see. because I was firing at him from far away. Yeah, but as you can see, I got 4 kills and I have used 2/3 of my cannon ammo. And all the enemies are below me. Oh, but I think I'm going to lose my tickets. Still, at least I got quite a few kills and survived so far. Yeah, those guys are just going to bleed the tickets. Yeah, as you can see, with BF109, you can get quite a few kills with this cannon. You just need to have a bit of luck and a lot of skill, or at least be used to this weapon. Alright, the second footage, as I said before, is TA152H. Not to be confused with the C3 version, because it has that guy there, because it has a completely different 30mm cannon with completely different ballistics. Alright, okay, I'll go for those guys there, I guess. So there are 3 significant differences between BF109 and TA152H when it comes to their 30mm cannon. So the first one is very easy to spot. As you can see here, we have more ammo, half more basically, at 90. Didn't expect him to pitch up, but that's okay. Yeah, so like I said, we have 90 instead of 65 rounds. The latter is the count on all 109s. Also, instead of the shitty 30mm machine guns, we have more useful 20mm cannon to get some kills after we run out of 90mm. Oh, this guy's dead. See, told you. I'll have to regain altitude very soon. Okay, this guy seems like I have a chance to turn him into mincemeat. My wing was obscuring the view, but fortunately I still managed to get here. Let's try. Alright. That wasn't a good shot. Is that guy a threat? He is, yes. Okay. Okay, let's trade targets and 1k for me. Then I expected to hit him with the first series. Yeah, so that armament issue is the most significant difference, number 1. The second very significant difference is that TA152 is much more maneuverable compared to BF109, and because of this you are going to have many more possible approach angles to make use of, which is different from 109, which is more confined to vertical maneuvers. Alright, let's try to get that 7F next. So, as I said, the next difference, the second difference was maneuverability. BF109 is more limited to vertical engagements. And finally, the last difference is the BR. Well, K4 will also have very similar BR, but at around 6.0 you are going to have way more enemies who are going to be very fast, and they will be difficult to kill because of this, because this gun's velocity is pretty slow, just like that Strike Master lol. Seriously this slow? Alright, let's see. I have no other choice but to energy tap that guy. Let's see. I'll try to get that guy baited for the Strike Master, albeit I won't mind taking him down myself. Yeah, see? I still have quite a lot of ammo left. As long as you know what you're doing, you can get some nice results with it. So back to the topic. The last difference is the issue of speed. When you use proper tactics like I'm doing and wait for enemies until they are slow and easy to kill, then it's child's play to kill them with this cannon. However, at this BR it's much more difficult than, let's say, at 4.7 or 5.3. Additionally, sometimes you will get fully up tier to jets, like in this case. This is 7.0. This is 7.0, and there are several 7.0 jets on their team. The third footage is, as I'm pretty sure I have mentioned earlier, essentially 262. So there are, largely speaking, two differences as compared to propeller fighters with the same cannon. Well, let's say 2.5. I will mention it in passing. So first of all, we have 360 rounds. We have 4 cannons. They are all MK108 cannons, and each of them has 90 rounds. So it's pretty much 4 times the ammo that TA152H has. And we have, as a bonus of sorts, we have 48 or 24 depending on your options. R4M rockets, which are pretty interesting from the point of view of this video, because they actually have the same trajectory as this cannon. Wow, that was close. Almost planted my face in his ass. Yeah, so that was the first difference. The second difference, well, half a difference, is that Messerschmitt 262 is not that maneuverable compared to TA152H. That's why I say it's half a difference, because we have already mentioned BF109 not being maneuverable all that much. Seriously. And the third, or the second difference, depending on how you count the differences. In other words, the second major difference is that jets are way faster than props, and because of this, I just hope I didn't hit my friend. Alright. Seems like I didn't. Save. Yeah, so jets are much faster, so the issue of, I think it hit or not with that bracket. So the issue of slow muzzle velocity of this cannon is very much pronounced. It's emphasized. Well, you can see me constantly making misses despite having much more ammo. Only got 2 kills. It would probably be correct to say barely. That's why I don't really like this cannon on jet tiers. Honestly speaking, it's only good up to 6.0. Yeah, honestly, this plane is a bit sad because it's not very maneuverable. It's kind of jack of all trades, but even that, it's not really something it deserves to be called because of how average it is. Alright, let's see. Let's try. Alright. Gotcha. Well, as you can see, it's good for head-ons, but that's pretty much it. Alright guys, this is extra footage that I'm making for fun. If it's included, then it means that it was quite good. LOL. Alright, so this is Messerschmitt 163B, which is at higher BR than Messerschmitt 162 a bit. And well, other than the cannons, which as you can see, it's quite tricky thing. Otherwise, it's actually better. So yeah, using the same order as before, as you can see, we have two 30mm cannons, MK108, with 60 rounds per gun. Honestly, nothing great, but better than nothing, I guess. Still, you have to maintain extreme trigger discipline in order not to run out of ammo. Alright, let's see. Well, guns aside, this plane is much better than 262 because it has good acceleration, it's fast. I guess I'll go for those guys there. Oh, wait. And it has very good turn, unlike the garbage 262. The only drawback is, as you can see, the fuel, but as long as you know how to manage fuel on this type of plane, that you can do just fine. So as you can see, for example, I'm using 75% throttle and it significantly slows down fuel consumption. Still, it's absolutely necessary to pay attention to the fuel. So you have a better roll as well, I think. Well, not the roll isn't as good as an A4, but see, it's much easier getting a kill compared to the garbage 262. Yeah, so the plane is much better. It's also pretty small, so it's harder to actually hit. And the final point about the BR, well, this is unfortunately where the issue lies. You are going to face even faster planes than Messerschmitt 162, especially when you get to up tiers, so it will be extremely difficult to hit an enemy. Well, I managed to get that A4 earlier on with 8 runs, which was quite lucky. But if you don't get such a great shot lined up as I did, then it will be extremely hard to get any kills at all with these cannons at this BR. Ooh, that one there looks like a good shot. Just wonder if this guy won't bother me. But that saver is not that great. Okay, I think I can get him. Yeah. It was a bit tricky, but I managed to get him. Yeah, good luck hitting me. I have a better plane. Alright guys, thanks for watching and until the next time.